Hello, dear viewers. Welcome to a brand new episode of The Untold. Today, Dej, we have Dr. Badr AlMahdi, and he's a doctor of interventional cardiology. And he studied at Rumaithia High School all the way to Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland. Actually, he's known on social media, and you do
Yes,
know him.
definitely. Not to
Yeah.
mention, social media also Kyokushin and the karate. So basically, he's funny. He's a doctor. He's positive. So we will have a very beautiful and fascinating episode, and I'm sure of that.
Yes, and I need to, take a deep breath and contain myself because whenever I see one of his videos, I just crack up laughing, and I don't want to do that on this
Well,
episode, you know.
it's gonna be a very beautiful one. I'm
Yes.
100% sure about that. All right, so dear viewers, let's take a quick break and get back with Dr. Badr AlMahdi. All right, dear viewers, so here we are with Dr. Badr AlMahdi. So basically, I'm so happy to have you here with us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you, and of course we have got so many questions here to ask regarding not only your job but also the content creation. And I mean, I kept distance because you know how to fight as well. So we have to be aware
Yes.
of what we ask.
Very
so.
aware. Yes. Yeah.
So can you tell us about yourself to begin with?
To start out, my name is Badr Ali Al Mahdi. I come from a middle class family in Rumaithia, born and raised there. Lived my whole life there. After I finished high school, I've joined medical school. I wanted to be a doctor. And after that, I finished my postgraduate studies and I've decided to become a cardiologist, then an interventional cardiologist, which is a sophisticated plumber, if you will. Yes. And I've been doing it ever since. I've been a consultant for the last 10 years now.
MashaAllah.
Mashallah,
quite a
that's
lot.
it, yeah.
Mm.
And Dr. Badr, of course, we follow you on your social media, and almost everyone who knows you knows that you like being positive. So tell us about what does it mean to be a positive person, and how can you maintain, or how can one maintain such attitude?
First of all, exercise. Second of all, exercise. Third of all, exercise. Exercising.
Oh, you're serious?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought
No,
it was
yeah, okay. Exercising is not it's not about maintaining your body tone or about burning calories. Exercising is about relieving stress. It's the best natural antidepressant approach to relieving stress. And with relieving stress, with stress relief, comes a great deal of sense of humor, great deal of comedy. Most of my jokes, I come up with them while exercising.
Yeah, I've seen some of the videos during.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to follow, Doctor, but every day. I mean, I have to watch. I've been following you for a very long time, my siblings and I. But I have to watch one of his videos before, I start something. I start a project or something. Let's go check on the Dr. Badr. What does he have today? And
I'm honored.
it's amazing.
Actually, yeah. I'm
But like,
honestly
doctor,
honored.
why did you choose to become a doctor?
Okay, first of all, it's about role modeling. My older sister, Dr. Huda Al Mahdi, she's 8 years older than I am, even though I look older than her, but yes, but she is my older sister. And in a family of 9 members, like how it used to go back in the day, that older siblings used to raise or used to be role models for younger siblings. And Dr. Huda Al Mahdi was a great influence in my life, and I'm really proud of her. She joined medical school when I was in middle school. So when I finished high school, I decided to be a doctor just like her.
MashaAllah.
That's amazing. And we've met Dr. Huda, and she's actually a very well-known person in our field, actually. And we want to thank her, and we want to congratulate both of you on reaching and achieving this level. Of course, Dr. Badr, I can't help but read the what's written on your T-shirt, "تلك إشارة باتمان," and when I first saw it, because Batman is, it's a legend, and I
Yeah,
love
he's my
Batman.
favorite
And when
hero.
I first saw it, I was like, today's episode will be epic. Now, tell us about, the downside or the failure that you've experienced in life, if you've had any failure, because I know it's all about positive, but then you have the negative that you turn it into positive. How do you do that?
Okay, life is not all about fun and sunshine. Life is not about fun and sunshine. You'll receive lots of obstacles, not only in medicine, in any field where there is lots of competition. Sometimes the competition is hitting you below the belt, and sometimes you get hit in the face and you fall down. If you fall down, you have to wake up, or you have to stand up, dust yourself off, and back on the saddle. And that's what life is all about. All the obstacles or the failures you face, at the end, they will make you the person you become.
Now, doctor, let's talk like in a nutshell. What is cardiology?
Cardiology, it's the science of the heart. Cardio means heart in Latin, and logy means science. So cardiology is the science of the heart, or the study of the diseases of the heart. So anything that has to do with the heart and how to treat it, either medically or percutaneously. Percutaneously, it means passing a wire to the heart without open heart surgery. Heart surgery is a totally different specialty. So it's all about treating heart diseases in all its spectrum.
Okay, wow, that's amazing. And it's very intricate work, and it's very detailed, and you have to actually know the diagnosis very well before you start doing all of that, right?
Absolutely, endless hours of training. It's not that long. It's 7 years after medical school.
Wow,
Yeah,
it is.
that is long.
He shocks us with these facts, and that means discipline.
Oh yes.
No
argument there.
From that discipline to the karate discipline.
No, it's a different field. When I was in middle school and high school, lots of my friends who were my age at the time, they joined martial arts.
Okay.
They joined martial arts at a very young age. So they became a black belt when they reached high school. Me, on the other hand, my parents, because they were deprived of education in their time, they made sure that all their kids became A students. So their whole emphasis was on me finishing my study and being an A student.
That's amazing.
No working out, no fooling around. They didn't know any better, but they did this for my own good. As I mentioned at the beginning, we are a middle-class family. So to us, education is everything. We don't have a name. We don't have a surname, we don't have a prominent surname, and we don't have money. So we have to earn our way through life. And we don't have status. Status was the word. Yes. So we had to work our way through life. So that's why my parents revered education more than anything. So when I finished all my training and when I became a consultant, I said to myself, it's karate time. That's when I met my sensei, and in Japanese, sensei means teacher. Or master. So I met my sensei, Sensei Ali Al-Musawi, and I decided to learn karate, but I learned it at the Kyokushin school. There are many schools in karate. The official karate we all know is called Shotokan karate.
Yes.
The karate I'm learning is called the Kyokushin karate, which is a different school. Yes, I've been doing it ever since. This is my 6th year now. I've reached the brown belt.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Yes. So that's one belt away from black belt.
Yeah. A step further now.
Yeah, that's amazing. And didn't you dabble into martial arts too?
Yeah. I've been to this field here and there, kickboxing here and there, but
Nice.
I just quit every time I try. Like I go back to just working out at the gym as a regular workout. But it's exercise, you mentioned. So as long as you exercise, that's good.
That is good.
But I'm not as funny as him.
Okay, okay. Yeah, speaking of funny.
See, I'm jealous right now. And he's
That's
wearing
amazing.
the Batman shirt. See,
Yes.
I don't know.
I know. I was
If you
looking
want
at
it,
it.
I can take it off for you. You can take it.
After the recording.
After the record. Okay, fair enough.
Now,
Yes.
Dr. Badr, when we talk about you being funny on Instagram, and how did you know that people will want that sense of humor? Because, for example, some sense of humor is sarcastic.
Yes.
Some others are like, mimicking and copying and funny, haha. So how did you narrow it down? Is this your personality or is this an act?
Okay, that's a good question. First of all, I come from a family of comedians. Compared to my older siblings, I am an amateur. My older siblings are professional. My sister, Dr. Huda, she's a
Dr. Huda,
professional.
she is very,
Yes, when
very
it comes
funny.
to when it comes to sense of humor, I like being myself. So Bedr on Instagram is the same as the Bedr in real life.
Wow.
When it comes to my job, like in my line of work, I'm really serious. I'm dead serious. But two specialties usually bring horror to the patient's heart: the oncologist, the doctor that treats cancer, and the doctor of the heart, the cardiologist. So just imagine a patient with a suspicion of heart disease. He walks into the clinic and he faces a doctor with a grim face. That's not fair.
Yeah.
So I have to break the ice. I have to simplify to the patient. I have to talk to them. I'm a Kuwaiti, so if the patient is a Kuwaiti citizen, they prefer a doctor who speaks their accent, like their countryman.
Yeah, they feel comfortable.
Yes, they feel more comfortable if they speak to a fellow Kuwaiti. And it's a natural thing. It's a natural phenomenon. People usually have an affinity to their kind. And that's it. Now, the thing is, because there is lots of stress in my line of work, I came from Canada and I finished my fellowship in 2014. And my wife told me there is an application called Instagram. Why don't you start up an account there and show people who you are? So I started an account and I started a hashtag when I was in Canada. And that hashtag just hit it off. And I started with 200 followers. Now I have reached 48,000 followers
MashaAllah.
because of that hashtag. Yeah.
Wow.
When I was in Canada.
That was the beginning of
Yes, it was unintentional, unplanned. And I've always loved editing. Ever since I was a kid, I've always loved video editing. But now the technology has evolved so much that I could edit any video through my phone or through my laptop.
Right.
Now we can have, by the way, AI edit videos for us. That we
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't go that far yet. I'm still old school. I'm still old school in that regard. Yes.
That's amazing.
And that's it. And that's it. So karate and video editing are methods of stress relief. And not all my content is comic. Some of my content is serious, dead serious. Some of it is the motivational. Others is just a flavor of my experience in life.
And how do you prepare the content that you upload?
I just write them on my notes. Every time I get an idea, before I forget it, I just write it down. I just jot it down in my phone. And like smartphones are God's greatest gift in this day and age. Yeah.
I mean, we have your questions here, like on the phone
Absolutely.
as well.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yeah.
God
I
bless
would agree,
technology.
yes.
Yes.
Dr. Bedr, we also want to talk more about what makes people stressed and how to relieve their stress, and about also the questions of emotion, success, and life in general.
Okay. Have you finished your question or I've interrupted?
Oh, actually, I was going to say, but
Sure.
after this break, so we could come back and then we start asking the questions. What do you say?
Sure.
Okay, so dear viewers, we're going to take a break and stay tuned because we're back with more questions.
All right, dear viewers, so we are back again. We have lots of questions to ask Dr. Bedr. So you were saying before the break that we as Kuwaitis, we have some habits that maybe
Affect our health.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely, in terms of cardiology. So can you tell us more about these habits and how can we avoid them?
Okay. That's what we call in our line of work sedentary lifestyle. We don't move much. Fuel is cheap, so we use our cars everywhere. And because of the very hot weather, we prefer not to walk outdoors. So we use our cars as transportation. When it comes to housework, most of us have a workforce at home. So, for example, a driver, a chauffeur, or a housemaid. So they do our work for us. So most of the time, we tend to sit around and eat.
And make excuses.
and that's it. Yeah, and make up excuses. Now, the sedentary lifestyle, it is something international. It is something universal, and Kuwait is part of this world. Whenever there is technology, there is less physical exercise. For example, I'm not going to talk about 100 years ago. I'm going to talk about 4 or 5 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago, whenever you wanted to buy groceries, you should, like, we used to go to the
Yeah, just go to
the grocery store and buy it. But nowadays we can use our app to order our groceries online.
Yes, we have that.
Yes, and after 2020, after COVID, this has become more of a habit for many people. Now, I'm not gonna reinvent the wheel here, but when it comes to a healthy lifestyle, you have to have a time slot on your daily schedule to exercise. I'm not asking for much.
So time management.
Time management, but it has to be part of your routine. I'm not asking you to go hiking, to climb mountains. I'm asking you to walk around, to join a gym, to walk on the stairmaster or a treadmill. That
Simple
should do the
things,
trick.
just
Yes.
to move.
Okay, you don't have to play karate. Okay, yes, but yeah, this is number one. Number two, calculate your calories, and you don't have to be an astrophysicist to calculate your calories. Just when you are full, you are full. Don't eat extra. Stay away from sugar. There is an accumulating evidence recently on the complications of eating sugar, so much sugar, even for kids. So you have to hold your horses when it comes to sugar consumption, fat consumption. Basically, you have to eat right and you have to exercise, and that's half of your problem solved.
Doctor, like, is there like a easy way for the people to calculate their calories? Because I think some people find it difficult to do so, thus they don't eat in a good way. Let's say they overeat.
Okay, I'm going to make it very, very simple. It's our Prophet, what our Prophet said, our Prophet of Islam, peace be upon him. Eat when you are hungry, and when you eat, don't fill up.
Right, right. It's
Simple.
true. It
That's
is
simple.
very
That's it.
simple and
That's it.
true.
Yes.
Um,
Yes, but because Kuwait has many diwaniyas, we are a social society. So every place we visit, we have to drink coffee, we have to eat. We have
Yeah.
to drink coffee, we have to eat.
I agree. And
Yes.
And
some
it's
people,
we have to.
it's true. You know why? Because
It's a
a lot
must.
of people, when I go to their houses,
They are offended if you don't eat.
they do feel offended, and
Yes.
especially our brothers and sisters, the Bedouin ones, right? If you go there, and they're very hospitable, and they know
Yes,
about
definitely.
that.
In the past, it used to be only the Bedouins, but now
But,
there's no
yeah,
such thing as
even-
Bedouins. All of
yes.
us do the same thing. All of us
Yes.
behave the same way.
Why aren't you drinking your coffee?
Yeah, they insist.
Do you
You have
not
to
like
eat. You have to, and that's
Something's
generous.
bothering you.
I love
Yes.
this about them. These, I mean, it's very generous and nice, but you can't say no, right?
No, you cannot. Okay, you've chosen of all the days that you come to me and you choose that diet date on today. No, I'm not going to accept it, you know?
Yes.
A lot of people would say that.
And,
Now-
and once you reach home, it's 2 hours on the treadmill, just to make up for it.
Yes, definitely.
Exactly. Just to be courteous.
Yes.
And also, Dr. Badr, if you could tell us, do you give tips? I've been sitting here
Like in
thinking,
restaurants after I finish eating? Tips?
do you
Like
give tips?
I'm confused.
On Instagram and your social media about cardiology in general,
Medical
health,
tips, not much.
No,
Yes,
no
but
medical
not
tips.
no, but I always put 2 lines underneath. Always, I always deliver subliminal messages. Yes, when I shoot my training sessions, when I do my training videos, and I emphasize the importance of running, of exercising. Many doctors on social media provide tips. But in my humble opinion, the tips should be where they belong, at the clinic.
Okay. It's
Be-
because you cannot diagnose everyone or anyone who can actually tell you, doctor, I have
Yes. Through
this,
a
this,
comment.
and that of
Yeah, this
diagnostic,
is
and these
hard.
are my symptoms.
Yes, this is one thing. The other thing, sometimes people get the message wrong.
Right.
And treatments should be tailored on each and every patient. So the drug that works on me should not necessarily work on
Work
you.
on.
Yes.
Yeah. I agree.
This is why I don't ask Google about my symptoms, because
Yes.
No,
the
I ask
answers
Google
they're
every
like
single day.
they're scary.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes, definitely what the doctor says.
No argument there. Yeah.
Wow. And also, you are well known on social media with good reputation, of course.
Thank you. I'm
We want
honored.
to know what made you. I mean, we know that you said your wife introduced you to Instagram, but why do you want to grab the attention of everyone into your, social media account?
I
What
don't
is
want
the
to.
purpose?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't want to. No. I'm honest. I'm serious about this. You see, every influencer, every content creator has his or her audience.
Right.
So if you don't like my content, you don't have to follow me.
Right.
Yes. And even in Arabic we say له جمهوره. He has his own audience.
Audience.
Yes. So for example, if you like a comedian, if you like their way of saying things, their way of illustrating the comedy, you don't have to like my content. So people who follow me, people who they share the same chemistry with me, so they enjoy my content. That's why they follow me. Prior to the internet, people used to watch TV, and whenever you don't like a TV channel, you just flip it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. It's the same concept.
Okay.
So yeah, I have a content, but I will not beg anyone to follow me. If you like my content, follow me. If you don't, there are many people, most likely you will enjoy their content, so follow them.
Yeah, so you're not there to please the audience
No.
for whatever they want. It's
No.
whatever you want, and you want to share it with
Yes,
the
well,
rest.
for example, I come up with a joke or I hear a funny joke. I want to share it with my followers, so I post it on Instagram. And for the record, I never ever take money from the Instagram. Some people make a living out of it, and it's
Yes.
totally legitimate and it's fine. But not, I'm not one of them. I'm having the social media is only for fun.
So you
nice.
never dealt with any negative comment on social media?
No, I just block them.
Oh,
And that's it. I'm like, if you don't like me, just unfollow me. Why should you offend me? And I'm not the kind of guy who sues everybody. I've never been to to a police station in my life. I've never sued anybody
That's
in my
nice.
life. Yes. So if there is any offensive comments or trolls, I just block them.
Block. That's it.
And life goes on.
so what about when you are inside the clinic and you're giving, tips or you're giving diagnostics to some patients? What about the patients who don't know how to describe their own symptoms? How do you deal with them?
Okay. Are you familiar with the term lost in translation? Yes. So sometimes you have to milk the information out of the patients, and the way to do this is through communication skills. Now, the bad part is that when I studied medicine in Ireland, I studied communication skills the European way, the Western way.
Okay.
Yes, people of the East behave differently. They think differently. We are a conservative society. 99% of our population is Muslim. So, for example, if I wanted to break bad news for a lady in the West, I should hug her. But in Kuwait, that doesn't work.
No.
It's inappropriate.
Yes.
Not only from a religious point of view, even
Traditional.
from a traditional
Yes,
point of
yes,
view.
That's true.
Yes, so we make up our customs as we go along, but those customs were never written on a piece of paper yet, up to my knowledge, as far as I know.
Oh, interesting.
It is, and when you said you were going to milk out the information,
Milk out or tease out, whichever suits you. Yeah.
and that means you're a mind
Communication
reader.
skills.
Yeah, communication skills. It means you have to enhance your communication skills. Wow, I mean the job is already difficult, don't you think?
Yes,
That
definitely.
Then you add
I
up.
mean, you have to make them comfortable
Yeah.
first, and then he speaks to them and get to know more about them. How do they feel? Of course, he's in the field and he's experienced and can tell us more about this. But as far as I can tell by the way he mentioned it, it's difficult. This is not easy. And he does a great job actually in the field. So basically,
Absolutely. Like if the patient opens their heart for me, no pun intended, but if the patient opens their heart for me, they would tell me their deepest fears. They would elaborate on describing their symptoms, and 85% of the diagnoses are extrapolated from the history.
Wow.
You like the word? I learned it yesterday.
Yes,
Extrapolated.
nice.
Yes. Yeah.
beautiful vocabulary.
Yes.
Thank you.
Added to the thesaurus.
Yeah.
Now, Dr. Badr, if you could please give us an emotional case that you've experienced with one of the patients in your clinic.
Emotional. I've seen many. I remember at the beginning of my career, a patient came to me who has been married for a month, and he came in to me with crushing chest pain. And when we did the necessary investigation, turned out that he had an aortic dissection. It is a cardiac condition where the mortality rate is above 50%. In our line of work, any mortality above 5% is considered serious. So just
Oh, so
imagine
that's
50%.
50. That's
Yes.
a lot.
Yes. So I had to put him in an ambulance car. That was around 20 years ago. We had to put him in an ambulance car and send him to the chest hospital. Back in the day, chest hospital was the only hospital at the time which was specialized in emergency cardiac surgery. And while he was in the ambulance, he told his newlywed wife, I owe my uncle 50 KD. Please pay it back to him if I don't make it.
Oh, wow.
I got into the ambulance car with him, and we rushed him to the chest hospital. He got operated on, and he made it the next day.
Oh, okay.
Well,
He made it the next
Yes.
day.
It was.
Okay.
I thought.
'Cause I was about to regret
yeah.
my question. Give us an
No,
emotional
no.
case. Why was I, giving him this question? I have a lot of other questions, right? Thank you very much for ending it on a happy note.
You're welcome.
That was a true story. Happy
course.
ending, right? Okay,
Yes.
okay. That's very good.
It's good.
I'm relieved.
I'm glad I didn't laugh about that 50 KD, but
I was almost going to laugh, but I was afraid, that
yeah, the
his
same
wife
thing.
is going to hear about that. Yeah. So we also want to talk about the martial arts and where do you see yourself in the next few years within martial arts world?
That's a very good question, dear Fatma. When I first joined martial arts, my main goal was to get the black belt. That was my first goal, because as I told you before, all my friends my age, they got the black belt when they were in high school. At the time when I
Sorry
was
to
studying,
cut you off, but how long does it take for you to take the black belt?
on average 5 to 6 years.
And
on
how long
average.
have you been?
This is my 5th year. But if you take out the COVID year, so so practically that's around 4 years.
Wow.
And I've been really consistent with my sensei. I've never missed. I can't remember a time when I missed a class.
That's nice.
Yes. Now that was my primary goal, to get the black belt. It is something in me that I have to fulfill. But then my objectives have changed.
Wow.
And I wanted to get in shape. But now, to me, and I'm not joking about this, to me, every karate class is a therapy.
Wow.
It's a therapy, because there is lots of stress at work. So I relieve that stress when I hit the punching bag. I relieve that stress when I do my push-ups and my chin-ups and my running.
Yeah, I can relate to that. Yes,
yes.
people who hit the gym as well, if they're stressed or like they feel, if they're not in the mood, it's the place to be.
Yes. So for example, if there were times when I felt sick and I canceled the class, or when my sensei had to travel for any purpose, and my class would be on hold for a couple of weeks, that would make me really depressed. That's why I also like to cycle. So I on the days when I don't practice karate, I cycle.
You cycle that?
That's
Nice.
amazing. And now it brings me back to when we first started asking you questions and we talked about positivity and you said exercise. And that's what,
Exercise.
Yeah,
It's a
you're
natural
very
way to
passionate
relieve.
about that because we see the results. I mean,
Oh,
you
yes.
see the results. That's why.
Yes.
Yeah.
No argument there.
Well,
That's
that was
amazing.
very nice. Thank you so much for being part of this interview. We have reached the end of this episode. So, I mean, we learned a lot today, especially being positive. I will do my best to be as funny as you. I'll keep on exercising, keep on, putting a smile on people's face. So basically, yes, again, this is what I learned today, and hopefully our audience...
Wait a second. You're not going to study dentistry, are you?
No.
You're
no.
going to put a smile on people's faces. Why? Okay.
Just
sorry.
to be positive.
No,
Okay. I got you wrong.
actually,
Yes.
Before we wrap this up, can you please give us one piece of advice for our
sure.
audience?
Okay. Exercise. If you are happy, exercise. If you are sad, exercise. If you are stressed, exercise. And it doesn't have to be a karate lesson or mountain hiking. Just walk around. Walk around. And it should be part of your routine. If a day passes by without working out, you will feel that there's something missing in your schedule.
Okay, is there any other tip for your sister here who doesn't work out? To
Okay.
help her? Okay.
Stay away from smoking.
Okay.
Watch your diet.
Okay.
Okay. And be all what you can be and do what you love most. That's it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, dear viewers, so now we are going to take a break and then get back to you to end this episode. Stay with us.
Okay, so that was an amazing episode, and
You laughed.
I did laugh. Okay, and I loved every bit of it. Actually,
I
we've
did as
learned a
well.
lot. We were laughing, and he was telling us, he was him on the social media
It's the same
accounts.
guy, yes.
Yeah,
Some people like, on social media they're different, but
Yeah, yeah.
this guy, he's the same. He's funny. He got information. We learned a lot today, and of course, hopefully our dear viewers as well. So it was a fascinating, beautiful, amazing episode as we hoped.
Yes, I agree with you, and we hope everyone enjoyed the episode as much as we did, and we will see you on another episode of The Untold.
Goodbye.